Next level of proposition list. This won't give us anything because we just came from this. What about put down B will, these two will actually give us new stuff, right? Put down B will give us what? So this is in addition to all these things. Put down B will have hand empty is already there. Clear B is already there. And not holding B is not there. So not holding B. And non-table B. These are the new ones. And what else? Yeah. What about stack BC? This will also give us new stuff, right? Stack BC will give us hand empty is there, clear B is already there, on BC is not there. Not holding B is already there, and not clear C. I don't think we had it before. Not clear C is also we had when C was picked up. Yeah. So these three are the new ones which got added. So one more level I think will be done. Next set of action list. What will it contain? So the interesting scenario here is if either B comes down, in which case this is the scenario, or B comes on top of C, right? So these are the ones which will actually give us new actions. So all these actions are also applicable here, by the way. So all these actions will come here also. So likewise, how the propositions are, flowing through, actions will also flow through. We are only writing the new actions, and in this case now the new actions will be the ones on this state and the ones on this state. So here the new actions could be, basically all these. We'll have pick up A, pick up B, pick up C. Right. Nothing to unstack, and in this case we have pick up A we have and unstack B. Unstack B, C. And we know that this won't give us any new things because this will lead to this one for next level proposition list. And we will have all these. And the new ones will be either due to pick up A, which will actually result in not hand empty. Not clear A is something we are having for the first time, and holding A is something for the first time, and not on table A also first time. What about pick up B? Not hand empty already will be there, not clear B we have seen already, holding B, not on table. Not on table B is something we haven't seen already, right? We never took it from there. Also same with Yeah, pickup C actually had not on table C here. So that will continue. That is not new. So yeah, these are the ones. So now we will have states which look like, yeah, A is picked up, BC are here, B is picked up, C are here, we already seen. C is picked up and AB are. So this will give us, yeah, so now once again we'll have action list. And we can have actions such as put down C on A, put down C on B, put down A on B, and A on C. Oh, sorry, these are all stacked. Sorry. And stack BA, these things we already see. Stack BA and stack BC. The stack BC we haven't seen. Stack CB we have seen. Yeah. So stack BC will also be something for the first time. So when in the effect list, we'll actually see that, this will result in a situation where we have on AB and also on CA. Okay. So at this point, we can actually stop and say that H sum, assuming these two are independent, is something like, yeah, how many levels do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So H sum will be assuming both are independent and both are reached at the same time. It's 6 plus 6. Right. And H level will be when both are true together, which is once again just 6. Right? I didn't get 6 plus 6. So when is this literal true for the first time? At level 6, right? Yeah. And when is this level, this literal at level 6? So H sum assumes that both are independent and you need 6 for this and 6 for that. And it just adds up. It's just the way H sum works.
But it overestimates.
Yes, it does overestimate. It's not admissible, it's just a heuristic. So, whereas H level, this one actually underestimates. It just says, where is the first time that both are true together, which is right. As you know that actual solution will be at least few steps more, right? These both cannot be true together at this level. I mean, if you actually put mutexes, there will be a mutex curve between those two. We need few more where something else is picked up and then put up. Okay. So yeah, what about relax plan? H relax plan. So how do we compute heuristic based on relaxed plans? So we just have to extend this graph until we find both the goal states, so which we already have there. Then we just have to trace back. So if these two have to be true, which actions do we need to take? So we'll see that, you know, it's stack AB and stack CA. Okay. So we need both of them. There is no single action which will make both of them true. So we need to choose, you know, those two. And what are the preconditions for these two? So we'll mark all those and see what are the actions required for making all those two. Alright. So once we decide this, so our current heuristic value gets updated to 2. You know, h is initially 0, now h gets 2 from these two actions, and the new set of propositions we need to achieve becomes the preconditions of this and this. Those will act as those. And in order to satisfy those, what all actions do we need to choose from this list? And that count gets added here.
Okay, so it's in sum of the actions you need at each step while tracing.
Yeah. So and you just, you know, keep doing that until you get to the initial state, and you will have your heuristic function.
Can I explain that once again?
Yeah. So this is, we are talking about relaxed plan heuristic. So you know, the heuristic definition is kind of like this. It's the length of a relaxed plan. And how do we get the length of a plan? So first we need to get a relaxed plan. So the way to get a relaxed plan is start from the, you know, level where all the goal literals are true, and choose actions which will, you know, and search backwards basically. Choose actions which will make them true, which are stack C and stack AB. And how many number of actions? Those are 2. So you add 2 to your heuristic value. And now consider all the ones, all the literals, all the propositions in the list which are preconditions of those actions, you know, and now, you know, repeatedly call that. What are the actions you need to take, you know, at that count, what are the new proposition lists you need to consider, and so on.
But this thing, first initially we need to construct a planning graph, or will directly come from that like regression?
You need planning graph, right? This is based on planning graph. So if you just do regression, you are effectively doing the full search. The advantage with planning graph is that there are no, you know, negative, no deletes. So here you are always guaranteed to find a relaxed plan. That's the beauty of it. You can, at any stage, you can just choose actions which will make those literals true and keep doing that, and you will never face a situation that there is no action which will make these things true. So, yeah. So we have seen 4 heuristics. One is H with set difference, with set 2, you know. H with sum, it's at 12. H with level, it's at 6. And this one we don't know. Okay. So this one can actually clearly overestimate, right? You know, you're choosing your actions randomly, you know, and sometimes it may be the case that there may exist one action which will make all of them true. There may be, you know, positive correlations between sub-goals and so on. So this and this are admissible. Whereas these two are not admissible. So we'll just do one more small exercise, which is to put mutex, but I think this is way too large. Yeah, so we'll leave it. So you know how to put mutex here, right? So you'll say that two actions are mutually exclusive when their preconditions are mutually exclusive, or effects of one of these actions are in the preconditions or effects of another action is opposite to the preconditions, right? So basically the preconditions of both of them should be consistent, and their effects also should be consistent with the preconditions and effects of the other one. Okay. If they are not consistent, you will say that both are mutually exclusive. Initially all will be consistent because that's the initial state given. If that's not consistent, there is nothing to do. And action list will, here there is only one action. So, and no up is consistent with everyone. It doesn't cause any problem. So here there are no curves. And for proposition lists, when do you say two propositions are mutually exclusive? When the actions which give them are mutually exclusive, then they are mutually exclusive. Right? So or the negations itself, right? I mean, not clear C and clear C will be mutually exclusive.
Right.
So if you just bring all these things here, which is on BA and on CB, on table A and empty, clear C. Then you'll say these two are mutually exclusive. These two are mutually exclusive. What else? On CB, not on CB, mutually exclusive.
Could you switch the markers?
Yeah.
It's not actually.
So these are mutually exclusive. And empty mutually exclusive. Non-CB mutually exclusive.
That's it.
That's it. Right? So yeah, let's just do one more level with action list and then we'll get together. So what about so we have these three actions now. So put down C is the effect of assuming that we are holding C. What are the preconditions basically for put down C?
Holding C.
Holding C, that's all. What about stack CB once again? Holding C.
Clear B.
Clear B.
That's it.
That's it. So, okay, so there is no problem with, the preconditions themselves, right? Holding C is fine, there is no negation, clear B is also fine. But the problem is if we see the effects of put down C, there will be put down C are hand empty and clear C and not holding X. So
It doesn't say.
so put down C will have hand empty, right?
I think stack and put down C are not mutexes.
Stack CB and put down C.
Won't be mutex actions because they have no effects that directly negate one another.
Yeah. Yeah, and empty is not a problem, clear is not a problem. Yeah. Stack also their effects of put down won't be a problem for holding. So these two are fine actually. They are not mutually exclusive. Yeah, so we could do next level and so on.
Also, for the first action list, would we say that unstack CB is in a mutex with some of the no-op actions because one gives a not clear C and one gives a clear C?
No, this, so mutex says that, those two actions are not, if one of them is true, then another cannot be done. That's what it is. If one of them can be done, another cannot be done.
Yeah, so no-op is an action, right?
Yeah.
So would we say that the no-op, the last no-op, which is
Yeah.
from clear C to clear C,
Yeah.
is a mutex with unstack CB because unstack CB would result in a not clear C and the clear C no-op would result in a clear C.
No, actually no is not really considered an action. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
just for planning graph, purposes.
Okay.
In
Okay.
actual planning, no is not there.
I see.
So even actually why we are doing this, if we see, we are actually trying to get the values for these two heuristics, right?
Mhm.
Or
I see.
perhaps find a relaxed plan.
I get your point.
In either cases, we don't really care about no-ops.
I see. It's just so that the
Yeah.
entire relaxed plan graph actually completes the entire set
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Okay.
So no-ops doesn't interfere with any action.
Even two action are mutex, we omit both of them or keep on.
So these are about just okay. So yeah. Why mutex, right? Why mutex is basically we can have better estimates of all these things, the H sum and H level and all these things.
I mean, when we do the mutex, for example, clear C is mutex with not clear C.
Yeah.
So what happened in the next action is?
So nothing, everything will stay the same. It just affects the values of H level and H sum. Now we'll say that whenever we want to find H sum, we'll say instead of H sum will be same, basically saying that. And another thing is basically whenever we are doing mutex, we can also, if there is an action which whose preconditions are in mutex, then we won't consider that action. So that's another important. It will automatically cut down the size of the, or actually it will elongate the graph. Cut down the breadth and increase the length of the graph. Accordingly, you will have better estimates here, because some literal which may actually otherwise appear early may now get pushed out. Any other question? So that's it for today.